And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed.
He's the retired four-star Navy admiral who oversaw the raid that took out Osama Bin Laden. And although that made international headlines, it was Admiral William McRaven's 2014 commencement speech that went viral, a speech that has over 14 million views on YouTube and inspired his book titled Make Your Bed, Little Things That Can Change Your Life and Maybe the World. Well, now Admiral McRaven is sharing his story now through the eyes of children. He wants to share that message with children and with a younger audience. His new children's book out is called Make Your Bed with Skipper the Seal. Admiral McRaven, first of all, welcome to the fore, and most importantly, thank you so much for your service to our country.
Well, thanks very much, Heather. Great to be with y'all.
What made you decide to bring this particular message, which really went over well with, of course, the college students when you're speaking with mothers around the world who would love for their children to make their beds? But why did you decide to specifically cater this message now to a younger audience?
Yeah, because, I realize that the values that come out both in the speech and in the original book, Make Your Bed, I mean, they are universal values. They're values about, respect and how to be a good teammate, and for the kids, how to smile when things don't go well, how to stand up to bullies. So again, while the Make Your Bed book was tailored to an older generation, I think the lessons are just as valuable for young children today.
So you mentioned a few other things that you touch on in this children's book. Of course, one of them is make your bed. Get your day started off right. No matter how bad your day goes, you'll always come back and see that you accomplished something that day. But you also mentioned that standing up to what you call sharks in the book, bullies in real life. Talk about that message for children and what it means to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, and I think, of course, the parents have got to figure out what is the right age to begin to tell, young children to kind of stand their ground. But the fact of the matter is there are bullies on the playground, there are bullies in the schoolyard. Kids, even at a young age, are going to encounter people that don't agree with them and people that might be a little rough with them. So, again, the parents and the guardians and the teachers and the coaches have got to help these kids realize that, you just can't run away from these problems. Sometimes you have to stand up and you have to stand tall against them.
Another point that you make in the book, again, for children, is that life isn't fair. How have you handled that throughout your life and your career when something has happened to you that you did not think was fair?
Well, and as I say in the book, and again, the book has got a little bit of a rhyming tenor to it. But is for the young kids, it's about, look, life isn't fair. So smile, because, complaining won't get you anywhere. And frankly, it's probably a lesson that all of us adults can learn, is that, sometimes when life isn't fair, don't start complaining. Try to smile through it, work your way through it, because, if you don't do that, then you're not going to be able to move forward. And for young kids, learning to smile when things don't go well, I think is a good philosophy and a good quality to learn.
Putting the book aside here for a moment, and I'll let people know where they can get it, but Admiral McRaven, when you look back at your career, is there one particular moment that you are most proud of?
There isn't one particular moment. I think back on the 37 years, and I was so very, very honored to work with, these remarkable young men and women across the services, the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, great civilians in my time as a commander, in my time in the SEAL teams. And so, frankly, my greatest memory are my time with all those remarkable people.
Well said. I do want to let people know that they can find your book on Amazon, of course, anywhere books are sold. You raised kids. I know that they're grown now, but when they were growing up, did they make their beds?
Well, one of them did. The other two I'm still working on. But the good news is I have a brand new grandson who is 6 weeks old now, William Thomas. And so he had the first reading of the book. I'm hoping William Thomas grows up and starts making his bed early.
I have a feeling he will. He's got some great leadership surrounding him. Admiral William McRaven, what a pleasure it was to talk to you. Again, the book is called Make Your Bed with Skipper the Seal, and to make a perfect Christmas present for families that are out there looking for one. Admiral, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.